I know when I was very young and I first moved to Germany and I sort of got this thing about the split between, what men did or what they were allowed to do or what was considered okay for men to do and for women. And I mean, this was many, many years ago. And it wasn't only Germany, it's just where I happened to be at that time when I was young. And when I said at age 29, I'm going to set up my own company, and I was an American and I was a woman and I didn't have a husband and I didn't have a family. And everybody said, well, Rhonda, you can't do that. And I said, who says? Well, yeah, people don't do that. I said, I'm not people, I'm Rhonda. And there were times when I first set up my business, because there were a lot of people running around with that frame of the world. I wished I were a man, not because I wanted to be a man, but just because I wanted to be taken seriously. And I wasn't. And especially because I was so young and because I was American and because I was a woman, put all those three things together. That was not a good combination at the time. I was just thinking life would be so much easier at that time if I'd been a man. Now I know life is so much easier because I'm a woman. And there were times when it would have been, let's say, opportune to have not had to go through what I did with having all those 3 points against me at the beginning. Having one of those be different would have been nice, but in the end, I probably wouldn't have learned the things I needed to learn. I wouldn't have gone through the things that have made me into who I am, and therefore it was right that I was a woman. The point is that you have to feel comfortable in your own skin. And for me, the older I get, the more comfortable I am in my own skin. When
Very.
I talk to the people on my team who are all half my age and live in other countries, when I see what their lives are like and the way they approach things and the way that I approach things, there are just such big differences. But I love the fact that I learn so much from them and they learn so much from me. Like one day when I said to them, well, when we used to use a telex, and one of them looked at me and he said, oh, you mean a telefax? I said, no, 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 a telex. He said, Rhonda, what's a telex? I said, it was before a telefax. There was something before a telefax, Rhonda? I said, yeah. In our age, we're in a wonderful stage in our lives because we have experienced a lot of those things that nobody knows about anymore, but we are still young and open and fresh enough to be picking up all the new things that
Yes.
are coming. And I wouldn't want to be any other age in any other place doing anything else in my life. I am so comfortable, not only in my own skin, but in the opportunities that I get to see to do the right things in the world. For me, it is really coming together. And I love the fact that you and I being able to sit down as two, let's use the technical term, mature women, have the opportunity to see the world in a different place and share how we see things so that other people can see those opportunities and benefit from it.